Welcome to the March Madness Minute number 5. Today we're going to look at Google Photos. It's a free app that works on Apple and Android, and it also works with phones and tablets and backs all your photos up to the cloud for free. And then we'll look at how we can also share those photos. So to start with, I needed to download the free app called Google Photos, and it's this pinwheel. The colors are kind of similar to the Apple Photos app, so just make sure that you know how to keep those ones separate, and then go ahead and open up your Google Photos app. So when you look at your photos, I'm guessing that's a similar situation to my own, that you have your personal photos and you have your school photos all into one camera roll. So we're going to look at how we can split those out. So here I've logged in with my personal Gmail account, and if you don't have one, I do suggest getting one. They're free and it's an easy way to have free storage to back up your pictures. And so I logged in with my personal Gmail account, and now I'm going to go to my settings. In settings, I'm going to go to the top one, backup and sync. And I want that top toggle turned on. That's going to be my backup, my automatic backup. And I turn the last two off. I don't want to use my data plan to back up my photos. I really just want to do it for free when I'm in a Wi-Fi spot. The other piece to note would be the quality of the photos. So I choose high quality, and that's going to allow me to get a picture that's good enough for printing. Maybe not poster size, but that's okay, because that way it's not counting against my total storage. It's free. If I choose to do the original, that is going to take again storage up against the total that I have available. Also in settings, I do turn on the group similar faces, and we'll look at what that feature looks like, as well as having my Google Drive photos show up in my library so that those are synced as well. So now I'm back here in my photos, and if I go to the top, I'm going to see this hamburger icon, those three parallel lines, and that gets me back to my menu of options. So we do have all these options on the side of this main menu, assistant photos, collections, and things. We'll look at what those do on the web-based version, but first, now that we have all of our photos backed up to our personal accounts, I wanted to show you how you could choose your school photos and share with your school self. So right after your username is a little tiny drop-down triangle, and you're going to want to click on that. So when I touch that little triangle, it should open up and you should be able to manage your accounts. And this is where you can add your school account or any other Gmail accounts you have. So then you can close up that triangle, and now you should have multiple accounts at the top. So I've got a little circle with my family because that's my personal account. Then I have myself in the hammock. I can touch that circle at the top, and now I'm in my school account. So now logged in as my school account, I go to photos. I do not have auto backup turned on. I want to be a little more choosy about what pictures I'm downloading to my school account. So from here I can click on the three dots, and I want to select at the top. And now I can choose the photos that I want to back up. So I'm probably not going to back up the beer taster from Frame for my school account, but I might want the One to World logo. I might want this 5th grade class learning about metrics, and then some pictures of the stained glass up at Prune Hill. Now I can again touch on those three little lines and choose backup. So now it's backing those photos up to my school account, so I'm more choosy. And now I've got all of my photos to my personal account, the select few that I want to my school account. Now I'm going to close up my iPad and we're going to go to the web. So now I'm in Chrome, I'm on a PC, and I've gone to photos.google.com and logged in. Because I took those photos from my iPad and I put them into the cloud, I backed them up, I already have access now from my PC to those same photos. And I've logged in with my school account. One more note about school accounts and personal accounts. So let's say you retire, you move, you no longer work for Camas, your account's going to be deleted and you would no longer have access to photos if you're putting them just with your professional account. So that's just another tidbit about why you should be backing your photos up to your personal accounts. So now I'm on the website. I also have this upload button. So if there's pictures that you already have in your network folder or on a hard drive somewhere, you could go and upload those pictures and add those to your cloud storage. So another thing you could do is you could work with albums. And to make an album, you're going to click the plus sign. And here I can make an album just for myself, or I can make a shared album. A shared album means that you could share a link with people in your team, your school, maybe you have some parents that go on a field trip with you. You could give them access to that album so they can add their photos, and then it becomes this collaborative process for curating photos. So let's say I want to make a shared album, and I'm going to choose some pictures. And so if this was for the 5th grade science fair, we've got a few photos of kids recording themselves talking about their fair, or about their project, recording themselves with the Chromebooks. And I think we've got a couple other pictures here. They're doing a Google Hangout with the 7th grade class. So I can choose those photos and hit create. And we can call this 5th grade science fair and share it. Once I click the share button, it's going to give me a link, but it's also going to give me the option to let others add their photos. So if I sent this out to all my parents in my classroom, they could also add photos, or maybe I don't want to do that. I want to give them a link to the album, but I really want just my my PLC or my group to be able to add photos. So I can allow others to add photos, copy the link, then I can send it out in an email, I can send it out through Skyward, but it's a way that other people could have access to view all of my photos without burning CDs or doing a lot of work. So I'm done here, and I'm going to go use this back button, and you have all these options here. So if I click, I have Assistant, and the Assistant is automatically going to do some fun things for you. We'll see if there's anything here. It'll make things like short movies for you automatically. I don't have any right now. Or if you go on a vacation, a couple weeks later, you'll get a story here where it does a beautiful layout of all of your photos. It automatically includes maps of where you went. Photos is just going to be all the photos that are on my account. So albums, we just looked at that shared album, but it will also do some other things. So it will bunch things automatically by date. If something happened, it'll put those together. These blue icons are albums. These green ones are stories that automatically get created. So a few other things that you should know is you can go up to the search, and if you click in search, you're going to have some more options. It's going to show you can sort through all your photos by clicking on who they're of. It'll automatically try to guess, and it does a pretty accurate job. Or by location, you can click and see all the photos in that location, as well as you can see just videos if you don't want to see your still images, and creations. Those are the things that it automatically makes for you, and I don't have a lot here. If you take a burst of photos, it will animate them automatically make those collages and then those stories as well. You can also, if we go back, click the plus to create your own collages and animations, and I believe the stories are coming here soon as well. I see that it's already on the iOS devices, but not yet on the PC version. So today we did cover a lot. So we looked at how to automatically back up from your tablet or phone using a personal Gmail account, or with a professional account, how to choose the images that you want to back up to your school account. We also looked at then how to make albums, whether they were for ourselves or shared albums, and a little bit about sorting and some of the cool features. Tomorrow we'll look at how this connects to YouTube. So if you make an album of photos, how we can just within a couple minutes make an automatic slideshow with music that you can then share out. Thank you.